I'm your host, Andrea Bazemore, and welcome to another episode of The Black Apple, where we talk about education and social justice in the classroom. Betsy DeVos, our Secretary of Education, has clearly lost her mind. She is single-handedly demolishing public education as we know it, and under the guise of the term social justice, she is profiting from our kids and doesn't care who or what is teaching them. Now, I did my research on Betsy DeVos, and she has had a track record of using education as a money-making entity. Now, she is from billionaire families, both her and her husband, and all of their work has been getting rich people to profit off of the education system. From her track record of what she's worked for, she has never been pro-public education, which is what the Department of Education should be for. However, she is clearly against public education. Every single one of the organizations that she has worked for has been pro-private school choice. All of her organizations that she has dedicated so much money from her billionaire family and her husband's billionaire family has been profiting off of the education system so that other people like her, other rich people, can get richer. She is for the 1% and does not care about our kids. Her ideal world is to profit off of the privatization of our education system. And she wants to do this by using school vouchers. Now, school vouchers are an opt-out sort of tax break for disillusioned parents who don't believe in their public education schools. And I'm not here to say that all public education schools are perfect. But Betsy DeVos is using that fear to make money off of low-income parents, low-income families, and schools that are not functioning. Instead of fixing the schools that are not functioning, she wants to profit off of them by making privatized schools. Now, these privatized schools will take children out of the public education seats and into the privatized schools, leaving less money for the public education system, leaving less teachers in the public education system, forcing them to go into privatized schools that are not focused on educating children, that their main focus is profiting off of the children. And so, if her plan works, our public schools will crumble. And throughout her entire work, this is what she has been known for. This is her job. This is why she got into that position, was so that millionaires and billionaires could profit off of young black and brown children. And what's going to happen is that this school voucher system is going to encourage new private schools to be made specifically for voucher kids. They're going to be brand new, shiny schools being popped up all over the country. And if you're a parent and you had a choice between a public school that's been there for 20 some odd years and a new, brand new, shiny school with all the latest and greatest technology, what do you think you're going to choose? It's simple. You're going to choose the shiny new school because it looks better on the outside, because they have a mission and vision statement that's going to want to lure you in. But don't fall for it. This is all part of Betsy DeVos' plan. A privatized school allows for a monopoly on school uniforms, of literally all the goods and services a school provides, so that millionaires and billionaires can get their companies inside of school systems that they couldn't earlier on. So when all the kids go to these privatized schools, the public education system will crumble, because the public education system is banking on children inside the seats of the schools. Now, in bigger cities, this won't matter as much. However, when you've got small towns and you've got 100 kids, and those 100 kids are being split up between a 20-year-old building and a brand spanking new building, you betcha it's going to affect that local community. Betsy DeVos does not care. She only cares about making money, about getting richer, about profiting for her friends and her family. So instead of building up public schools The Department of Education is moving away from that and developing privatized schools. And another way that they're trying to fund this initiative is to take money away from quality programs that have worked. They'll tell you they haven't worked, but this is all a lie. They're taking money away from Title I, from work study, from after-school programs, from summer food programs. All of this is hurting our kids, not making them better. And then they've talked about this notion of what's called school choice, which really means which way do you want to choose to make a millionaire a billionaire? Because that's really what it's rooted in. They're going to say it's your choice, but it's your choice to dictate who gets the funds, who gets richer. And there are about 7 different ways that this can happen. They're going to say things like vouchers, which we just talked about, education savings accounts, scholarship tax credits are ways that millionaires and billionaires can buy children to go to specific schools, and the millionaires and the billionaires get tax-deductible funds for that initiative. And also individualized tuition tax credits, which refunds you for sending your child to a private school. So just imagine this. You're a parent in a small town. You've got one option to send your kid to a public school that's been around that doesn't have that great of a reputation, or you've got a private school, brand new, promises the bells and whistles, best computers, best technology, everything, the whole 9 yards. And they're saying, you know what, we'll give you $15,000 to send your kid to that private school. That's hard to turn down. And on top of that, that public school might be failing. That's a hard thing to do. That's a hard choice to make. But you have to understand that sending your child to that private school is doing nothing for your community. All it is making you a pawn in the system. So in order to fight these initiatives, we have to educate our community on what is best. We have to go out there and understand our education system as a money-making business and how Betsy DeVos' plans are using our bodies as dollar signs for her friends. We have to believe in our public education systems and our public school systems, and we have to push for reform that will better the community, not just individual people and teachers. You need to be aware of her system because it's your job on the line. It's my job on the line too. If you fail to educate yourself, what are you doing as an educator? We have to watch Betsy DeVos' every single move because we have too much at stake. If you'd like to know more about Betsy DeVos and how you can fight the system, please visit the Black Apple at theblackapple.org for more information. Thank you. And remember, education is power, but knowledge is sweet.